I've been through 6 years of trial and error before I achieved my first million by 26. And so I know what failed, what worked, and we're gonna talk all about that in this video. Let's go. What's up, guys? It's Nick. As you know, I'm a recovered shopaholic, now a money mindset and life coach, helping Filipino professionals to fund their dreams into reality. Happy New Year, you guys! I cannot believe it's officially 2023, and you know what that means? We're gonna set money resolutions, money goals for us to achieve for this whole year. And so I'm gonna talk about in this video how I failed in the past when I was stuck in my impulsive buying habits, yo-yo saving, yung parang, uy, dami ko na save, tapos biglang gastos ko ulit. Why I failed in that season of my life, and what finally worked for me that allowed me to achieve my first million net worth. Also, more importantly, how I was able to use my savings and investments for me to fund the life that I've always wanted today. Because honestly, I kind of got a bit emotional looking back at how 2022 went, because it's really everything I've hoped for and wanted and so much more. So I'll consider this video a message to my younger self that I wish she knew earlier. This is my advice to her when she was yo-yo saving, impulsively buying, when she thought her dreams were just so impossible because she needed to pay the bills, she had responsibilities, and she felt like she couldn't go after her dreams and couldn't use her savings to invest in prioritizing her dreams. This is for my younger self, and also I want to use these lessons that I'm passing on to you so you could use them too. So if at any point in this video my tips resonated with you, make sure you like this video and subscribe to the channel, because I have exciting videos to come in 2023. So make sure you ring that notification bell as well. First step to fail-proof your money resolutions is work backwards from your big dream. So oftentimes we think that, oh, if it's too big, it's too scary, and so I'm not gonna do anything about it. So think of it as like, what are the milestones, the mini milestones that you need to achieve before you get to your big dream, so that you are prepared prior to achieving that dream or that goal. So for example, when I first started, like how I pictured my life to feel and look like is I wanted to live a life of freedom and meaning, where I feel fulfilled, I'm creating impact, I'm doing what I love. And so when you think about it, it's kind of like a big picture feeling, visuals. And so from there, that's like my overall vision. Okay, and then from there, what are the milestones that I need to achieve to get to that kind of life? What are the milestones that would create a domino effect that would get me to that dream? For example, one of the milestones for me to get there is really to be a full-time content creator and entrepreneur. That's something that I've always wanted. Like, I delayed that for 2 years, and so I went back to that spark that I always wanted to wake up every day being full-time at doing what I love, you know, talking to people, connecting with people, and putting my message across on a platform and helping people on a high touch level through coaching. From there, it's kind of a little bit scary still. It's like, oh, it means I have to quit my job, and like, how am I gonna sustain my life doing something unconventional? So we have to break it down even more. What are the steps that I need to take so that I'm prepared to go full time? All right. So one of which is like, when I started my coaching business, is like, I just want to sign my first 3 clients so that I could test and validate what I know, and if it's something that would really create results for my clients in my coaching program. And second was like making sure that I am financially prepared with my funds to go full time. So I looked at the monthly savings I needed to set aside, the possible bonuses I was gonna get from my corporate job, so that by X date, I would be able to go full-time, and at the same time, I know that my business is going to be profitable and at the same time could create impact, which is in line with my overall big dream of living a life of freedom and meaning. This is what I love coaching my clients on, is that they feel challenged by the goal, but at the same time, it still feels doable and achievable. Because why money resolutions fail and why I've failed in the past is that it seems too big. So if it's too big, it feels impossible. If it feels impossible, I'm gonna be lazy to be consistent. I'm gonna be lazy to do something about it. And this is what I really mean when I guide my clients in being crystal clear on the milestones, on the goals that they truly want to achieve, because it excites them, it motivates them, it gives them the drive, that spark that will excite them to save consistently, to stick to the right saving habits, to the right spending habits. And that's why it's no longer a chore, knowing that it's gonna get you to that big dream. This is so important because when I didn't have a big dream, when I didn't have the big picture, I just kept working on autopilot in my corporate job, not thinking that is this aligned to the big picture, to the big vision that I want for my life. That's why I was just like working, sleeping, paying the bills, working, buying impulsively, paying the bills. Like it was just this constant cycle because I didn't take a step back and really look at the patterns, the routines that I was doing, and thinking, does this align to the values in the life that I really want for myself? When we stop denying that and just be honest with ourselves that I'm not gonna settle for less, this is the life that I want. And when I decided that, that's when it became easier for me to like not settle for the short-term rewards, not settle for hoarding skincare, not settling for buying food when I'm stressed, because I know that that's just gonna derail me to the lasting freedom, lasting fulfillment that I want for my life. How can my savings be a tool to get to the dream that I want? So as I've shared before, I got so excited to save consistently because I know that this money is going to give me the emergency fund that I need so that I could quit my job, so that I could embrace the learning curve of starting my own business from scratch. That also gave me the go signal to invest in support in a program so that I could have the confidence in being a full-time entrepreneur and content creator. I invested in mentorship, in coaching, in support, in skills so that I could really see na yung pera na naipundar ko may napuntahan. Hindi lang siya stuck sa bank account, but it actually, I saw it grow. I saw it gain ROI because today I get to wake up with freedom. I get to have time freedom, financial freedom. I get to feel fulfilled, and I know that what I do creates impact. That's what kept me going day in, day out. Another example is from one of my clients, Nicole, who graduated from my coaching program. We did a check-in call like 60 days or 3 months after she graduated from my program. And I just feel so excited and so proud of her when she shared that like I'm really checking off the goals that I've set out for myself. Like when she came to me, she wanted to move out. She wanted to live independently. And she shared that I finally did a deposit and I'm going to move out by Feb 1. And then she also shared like I'm finally going to take the risk of moving to a different country for 1 whole month. She's going to Korea because she's always wanted to embrace the language, connect more with people there, and like just embrace the pursuit of trying and knowing that she's financially prepared, that she's financially ready to do that. It just makes me feel so proud that when I see my clients really actualizing the goals that they've set out during our coaching together. And she shared that like, I don't know what would have happened if we didn't go through your coaching. So thank you for guiding me through the process, for having that safe space to talk about my dreams. And it just, this is why I would go through my journey, my trial and error 100 times, knowing that I get to meet these people, create this impact, see the life-changing results in my clients. Like, it's just priceless for me. This is why I wanted to be a full-time coach, entrepreneur, content creator, because what I really always wanted is that what I do creates a ripple effect. Like what I love seeing my clients do is that they set an example to their friends, to their family, that like, oh my gosh, she made that possible. She made that happen. So that means that, what if that's possible for me too? Another client just messaged me like earlier before I was filming this video, and she shared that she is a one step closer in really making her dream cafe happen because she has officially stopped the cycle of impulsive buying. She decluttered so much of the stuff that she was finally come to terms with to let go, and because of that she was able to fast track her savings so that she could finally make her own business happen. She could invest business capital in her own business. And I've seen this so many times with my clients when they're like, oh my gosh, because I have the right mindset now, I have the right habits now, I get to have confidence to invest in business capital in starting the business that I've always wanted. And this is the power of like when you work backwards from the big dream, handling your finances suddenly becomes exciting, motivating, because you know that every step that you take in setting aside those savings, being intentional about where you spend, it brings you a step closer to that dream life that you've always wanted for yourself. So if you're also interested in having that clarity and confidence and financial system to fund your dreams into reality, then I'd also like to invite you inside my coaching program, Fund Your Freedom. I actually extended it to a 5-month coaching program so that you get to have one-on-one coaching with me, and at the same time get support from a community of my clients who are like-minded individuals who are in the same journey of funding their dreams, where we are normalizing conversations, where we are breaking barriers, where we are creating generational change, where we are doing things that past generations didn't do. This is where my clients build sustainable money habits to complete their emergency fund, to save up for a property down payment, to have confidence to invest in business capital, to move out on their own, to fund their dream wedding on their terms and not have financial stress. These are the kinds of people, this is the kind of community that you could be a part of, knowing that you are taking the right steps towards your big dreams. So if you're interested, check the link in my bio to join the waitlist for my coaching program, Fund Your Freedom. I've been booked out for like 2 to 3 months in advance, and I'm so grateful. That's why I decided to open up a wait list wherein my next available slot would be in May 2023. So if you've always wanted to work with me, and if you want 2023 to be your year and you want to be guided and supported to make sure you're taking the right steps financially and mentally, then make sure you join the wait list below so that you get to have early access in securing your spot in May 2023. And I'm so excited to welcome you inside my coaching program. Second step to fail-proof your money resolutions this new year is let your purpose be stronger than all your fears and doubts. This is very much interconnected with the first step, which is knowing that you have a big dream, knowing that you've identified the milestones for you to get to that big dream. Then next is allow that to be the foundation in what will motivate you to stick to the right saving habits, to be intentional about where your money is allocated and where it's going to go. I've said it before, and I'll say it again to the people at the back. And it's that if you're so clear on your why, the how becomes simpler than you think. Like, this is something that my client Ira mentioned when I interviewed her in one of my recent videos, when she shared that when she got clear on her purpose and the values that align with her goals, suddenly saving didn't feel like a chore anymore. Suddenly saving became simpler. Suddenly sticking to the right financial system can be done with ease. That's why I don't believe in like, oh, I need to resist myself, I need to deprive myself, I need to have self-discipline. I don't believe in that. That's just a byproduct when you're clear on your purpose. Because I believe that if your desire for living out your purpose is so strong, everything else just becomes noise. Like, you know that because you're so focused on this is my purpose. It means starting a business. It means having my own property for my family. It means that I get to have a wedding on my terms. It means that if I get to prioritize myself and earn more, I get to be a channel of blessings to others because you have the heart for giving. Like, if that is your purpose, let that be your compass. Let that be your guiding light, that North Star for you to be like, I'm willing to do it afraid. I really believe that when I was impulsively buying, when I was yo-yo saving, It's not that I lack discipline. It's not that I lacked willpower. It's that I lacked purpose. I lacked purpose for why would I save? Like, what's gonna be the outcome of that? What will that allow me to do? Is it just for my future, 10 years, 20 years from now, because they said you're supposed to save? I didn't have a clear picture of that. I've coached so many clients who wanted to be debt free, who wanted to clear out their debts, who wanted to stop the cycle of stress buying, of retail therapy, and impulsive buying. And guess what they all said? When I got so crystal clear on what I truly want, on what's the purpose behind why I want to save every single month, all of a sudden, I don't have the urge anymore. I'm not tempted anymore to buy the things I used to buy because I know what truly matters to me now. I know what's really important. Third tip on how to fail-proof your money resolutions is know when to ask for support to save time and energy. I really believe that if I wasn't surrounded with the right people, if I didn't ask for mentorship, if I didn't ask for support from the right people who have already been through the same struggles and risen above them, I wouldn't really be where I am today, honestly. You are the result of your environment, whether you like it or not. The beliefs that you have about yourself, the habits that you have around money, that's a result of your upbringing. What was ingrained upon you since childhood. Whether it's like, you can't take that career, that's too unconventional, that's not practical, dito ka na lang sa course na yan, or dito ka na lang sa company na yan, mas stable yan, or dito ka na lang para sigurado yung retirement mo. Or maybe you grew up that money is never talked about, that it's so taboo, that it's such a sensitive topic, and so you're scared every single time money is brought up. And so you're also scared in confronting and facing your money problems, your money stress, your money anxiety, right? So if you're surrounded with the same environment, with the same patterns, with the same routines, with the same beliefs, with the same thoughts that aren't helping you, then you're gonna keep thinking that about yourself and about money as well. Like when I first decided that like corporate is no longer for me, I've been there for 6 years, and what I really want to do is have the time freedom, the financial freedom, the time flexibility of having my own business. When I decided that, I had to take a good look at my environment. And am I getting advice from the right people who want the same things that I want? Why would I listen to people who find what I do cringy or embarrassing? Why would I listen to people who haven't started a business? Why would I listen to people who is not a coach, who hasn't started a coaching business, right? And so I had to be so intentional about where my energy went to, where my time went to. So the first thing I did was like really look at, okay, what are my existing resources that I could tap into? And I've shared this before, is that I asked my older sister who has a successful business to be my mentor. We had like bi-monthly meetings, and it just really normalized the feeling of like, this is real, like I'm really going to take my business seriously. That's what allowed me to like invest in my own laptop for my business. That's what motivated me to work on my business for 1 hour every single day while I was still in my corporate job. Having that kind of mentor normalized that this dream is possible. This dream is something that is gonna be worth it, and that I am going to allocate time and energy in making it happen because I feel supported and validated. When I decided that being a money mindset coach was going to be something I'm really passionate about and I really wanted to focus on, because based on my experience, it's not talked about, it's a very taboo topic to think that how your mindset can really affect your habits around money and how you use money in achieving your life goals. But I knew like what changed everything for me was all in my mind. And so when I got clear on that, that's when I was like, how can I be surrounded by people who have been successful at that already? And that's when I invested in my first 50K program slash course that allowed me to launch my coaching business. It gave me the validation and support that I needed, that what I was passionate about can be profitable, and it's something that would really help people and create impact. And there's something powerful in investing in yourself and in your dreams. You know what happens? You take it seriously. you put the effort, you put time and energy. And at the same time, as a coach, I also love to be coached. I also have a coach inside my coaching certification program that really helps me in validating my decisions, feeling supported that I'm on the right track, I'm on the right path. That's so, so, so important because you get to save time and energy with trial and error. You get to be surrounded by successful people or those in the same journey as you who also want the same thing. And for you to normalize that in your brain that this is okay, that this is gonna be worth it, and that I see what's on the other side. So I always say that, like, at least have one person that you can trust, that you can talk about your dreams to. And it would be great also if this person could be your mentor, where this person has already overcome the struggles you've been through and has been already successful in rising above them. For me, that was my sister at first. And to take it a step further is you could level up in investing in a program, skills, or course, or mentorship, or coaching that would allow you to save time and energy, and that you get to fast track making that goal happen. And for me, I was able to fast track being a full-time entrepreneur and content creator. So whatever it may be for you, whether it's for your career, that property, or also financially. And that's why inside my coaching program, Fund Your Freedom, that's why I created the hybrid program where you get to have one-on-one coaching, you get tailor-fit support from me so that you get to have a customized financial action plan and roadmap. And then after that, you get to have support from a community who have the same financial philosophy, same financial values, so that you get to feel motivated to stay on track because you are surrounded by accountability partners who are cheering you on, who are rooting for you. And that's why this community is going to be so special for me, because it gets to be so isolating at the start when you want to take a different path, when you want to break a pattern, when you want to break beliefs from past generations. It gets to be so isolating. But having this kind of community, like when I also started, having that kind of community can really make you feel like there are people who are rallying you on, that it is normal to be in this path, that it's normal to talk about money, it's normal to set boundaries, it's normal to say no to what you've gotten used to. If you want to get inspired by my clients who have exactly done that, you can check videos below or here in the cards here on the interviews that I've done with my clients who have shared their success stories in overcoming money anxiety, money stress, impulsive buying, and funding their dream career, being able to be confident in being a business owner, and all of that. So check that out below or here in the video cards, because I have a feeling that it may really give you the push that you really need to be unapologetic in making your money goals happen. Fourth tip on how you can fail-proof your money resolutions is that adjust as needed. That would give you the same desired outcome. Oftentimes, people think that they've failed achieving a goal when in reality, they just need to change it. They just need to adjust it to something that is more aligned to what they really want. So I'll give you an example, okay? So when going back to my big dream, which is I want to live a life of freedom and meaning through my own business. And even though I wasn't clear yet on what the business was, I just knew like my desired outcome is I want freedom and meaning every single day. And so when I had my first business idea and it flopped, okay, like it didn't work out, I didn't get revenue, it wasn't profitable, I could have told myself like, Nik, you failed. You failed at your goal, you're a failure, what are you gonna do now? Just quit the whole idea entirely, you can't be a full-time entrepreneur, whatever it is, right? But then I realized like, what if I just pivot? What if I just pivot the business idea? What if I just try something else that would give me the same desired outcome, which is I want to live a life of freedom and meaning. And that's what led me to my one-on-one coaching business that I've started off with in 2021, and it kind of took off from there. And now I get to have this community. In 2022, I've coached like 47 clients for the whole year one-on-one, and it's just like boggling to me that I just started off with coaching 3 clients, and now I have in total probably more than 60 since I've started coaching. I've probably had more than 60 clients already that I've worked with one-on-one, and also as a group, as a community experience kind of support as well. And imagine if I just told myself that, Nik, you failed. Just go back to corporate. Just go back to what you're used to, right? So you fail-proof your money resolutions by knowing that you can change your mind anytime. You can edit it as you wish, as long as it's still aligned with your purpose. It still aligns with your values, right? Because for me, I know that going back to corporate, it's not gonna align with the freedom and meaning that I want for my life because it didn't give me that. So why the hell am I gonna go back to that? Why am I gonna waste my time and energy knowing that it's no longer what I want? And so I had to pivot. I had to tweak my goal in such a way that would still align with the same desired outcome. And at the same time, that's what motivated me to stick to my savings target every single month, knowing that I get to embrace this learning curve of starting a business. I get to be excited about this is going to be worth pursuing. Rather than if I failed and I just gave up, I probably have gone back to my same toxic spending habits, yo-yo saving, right? That's why I go back to like your purpose has to be so much stronger than all your fears and doubts, because I had doubts then. I had so much uncertainties of like, is this gonna work out? Is this gonna work out? And then I told myself, but Nik, what if it does? What if it does? And it gives you that life that you've always hoped and wanted for yourself. In life, things change. Your mind changes. Your priorities shift. And it's okay. You're in control of adjusting your goals as you need. For instance, maybe you were saving up for a certain fund for traveling, but then all of a sudden, maybe having your wedding with your partner who proposed would be a higher priority. And so you shifted your funds towards that. And that's why it's so important that you get to align your money goals, your money targets to your life goals, to your seasons in life, to your transitions in life, so that you get to use money, your savings, to your advantage in such a way that you get to fast track your biggest priorities. The fifth step is often overlooked but super important. This is how you're going to fail-proof your money resolutions, is that define what success looks like to you and believe that it is a done deal. So before, when I was in the phase of yo-yo saving, I hoped that that fund would give me the confidence to go full-time in content creation and being an entrepreneur. But the thing was, what made me inconsistent was like I unconsciously believed that that's not really possible for me. That's just for people who are lucky. Those are just people who are more privileged. Those are just people who are more talented than me, who are better than me. They probably just got lucky and I'm just gonna wait for me to get lucky. And I don't really think it's that possible for me anytime soon. So when I believe that, it's basically not that possible for me, it made it easier for me to be like, why would I save that much when the dream is so far away for me to go full-time in what I want? So if you don't believe that your big dream is achievable, is possible, is doable, it's gonna be easy to give up when you're saving up for it. That's the biggest roadblock that I've seen. One of the things that shifted things for me in my mind is that, Nik, what if this is just part of your success story that you're gonna tell one day? What if this is just part of the success story, your success story? This is something that I'm going to dive into way more in detail in my next video. So this is going to be a series. So make sure that you ring the notification bell, because this is juicier than you think, because all of the steps that I mentioned earlier are basically useless if you don't believe that your goal is a done deal. If you still believe that it's impossible. So I'm going to dive into that a lot more in my next video. So make sure you subscribe, like the video, and I'll see you in that next one.